Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Let's have a quick discussion as to what happened on the market. Let's do a small recap for Friday's session and we'll see what we had discussed and what the market behaved. So we discussed that if market goes down, you will not be interested. We wanted a closure above this point, above the swing point, whichever we had marked. Market gave a closure only in the end. That is totally fine, and market did not give a solid movement in one direction. It came down, it went up, it came down, it went up. So it basically formed a small pattern saying that it is trying to go to the upward direction. Please do not think that it is a bullish sign and market is going to go up all the way. Let's do a proper analysis for weekly narrative the same way like we do every week, and we will take the market from there. See, before even I go to the weekly narrative, you should understand that there are a lot of negative news which is happening in the market at the moment. Globally, I'm saying there is war which has been declared. There is a lot of news related to Palestine files which is happening. So given all that, the global scenario of the market is slightly negative, and we cannot rule out the possibility that market from Indian perspective, Indian market perspective is slightly bullish. And because the reason why I'm saying is budget meeting happened, RBI meeting happened, everywhere the news is only positive. And because of that positive news, this world level news, whichever is happening, will not have an impact much on Indian market. At the same time, if the impact happens, it will happen tremendously. See, we see that crypto is crashing. We see that Bitcoin is crashing. Everywhere the crash is happening, but we don't see much kind of a crash in Indian market. Understand that point also very clearly. So before even we go to the narrative, we will mark the ranges as earlier. We see that we can mark the current week's high and low because this itself is like 24,600 to 26,400. That is like close to 800 point range. We will mark this range for like upcoming session, and we will redefine the ranges based on how the market behaves if it breaks this range in either one of these directions. So what we can see from a weekly perspective is market has gone down, given a negative reaction, and market retraced for a retracement move, and it has entered down the supplies whichever is there as part of earlier price action, right? So from a daily perspective also, we can clearly see this was the last indecision imbalance candle. Like the candle which I'm talking about is this candle which we had as part of the supply. From a daily perspective, market opened above this, but initially it retraced all the way back. We cannot rule out the possibility that this can be used as a target also. So if market wants to go up, it can go up all the way here. And from a downward direction, in this leg of price action only I'm saying, we can see that there is a gap which has been made by the market as part of the US deal which happened, which made the market open pretty big gap up. So there are two things which we have to work out at this moment. Okay, there is a supply. The supply is not broken with a closure above this, so the supply can still be valid, so which can be used as a target on the upward direction. And this demand is still not completely tested by a candle to candle, so this demand can be used as a target on the downward direction. So how can we plan our trades going forward? So from 4 hours chart, you can see that the market is bullish, right? It has come down because of this gap opening. Market is slightly coming down only. Although it is slightly bullish from a structure perspective, from the candle and momentum's perspective, we can see that the market is not showing much strength from a buyer's perspective, whereas it is having a slow degradation move in the seller's perspective only. So what can be our effective trade plan is, we can see that market from a structure perspective, let's ignore this big red candle at the moment. We can see that this is a low, this is a high. Market has did not give a closure below this, but market eventually gave a closure below this low point, right? We have a closure obtained. Now market is doing a pullback. What we can expect is, once the market reaches this particular supply as part of this particular price action, from here to here we have this small imbalance which is available, right? You see this red color shade, this is the imbalance I'm talking about. Once the market reaches here, we can expect further movement to the downward direction all the way till here. This movement will not happen in one day. We can at least see the target extended at least till 25,440 being the swing point high, which was earlier obtained from a earlier price action level 450, 440, somewhere there we can try to plan our plan our trades, and we can start to trail once we get the extended movement below these points, right? So our trade plan becomes very simple. We can remove this for now, and we can mark this particular indecision candle. This is 1 hour perspective. We will refine the entry points from a lower perspective also, don't worry about that. And we can also mark this swing point as our initial targets for the downward direction. So what we can plan our trades is, if market opens flat and if market goes up, let it go up. And once we get a negative reaction from this particular supply, meaning there should be a change of character in a small 1 minute time frame, then we can plan to take the market down. Initially, we can target at least this low point, whichever has been made, and we can easily see the swing point being achieved easily by the market. This is for plan for the downward direction. The same applies if market opens slightly gap up somewhere around 770. The trade becomes even more faster for us because this movement will be a little bit faster. And this is for if the market opens flat and goes up, or if the market opens slightly gap up. What if the market does not give a negative reaction here and it goes past this particular supply and gives a closure above 25,860, 870 range? Only if the market closes above 870, and only if the market sustains above 870 on a small pullback, I'm interested to take the market higher all the way till 26,070 range. So our trading range becomes simple. All we have to do is we have to put an alert around 25,870 range. Just put an alert here and just put an alert somewhere in this range. We will monitor negative reaction from this particular supply. If we get negative reaction, we will plan to take the market down. If we get positive closures above this, and if on small pullbacks, we can plan to take the market higher. See, whatever happens in the market is certainly uncertain at the moment. It's not one clear cut direction where we can say that market might go up all the way, market might come down all the way. No, we have to follow structures, and we have to make our lot sizes as small as possible. If market opens flat and goes down, I'm not interested in the market because we don't have a supply to sell from. The same happens when market opens pretty big gap down also. And if market opens pretty big gap down, and if the trade goes down, let it go. We might be losing this trade, but that is totally fine. You need to understand this concept properly, that we are here to take profitable trades. We are not here to chase the market because our trade plan did not suit. Our trade plan is simple. We are focusing on the supply. If the supply holds, we are shorting. If the supply doesn't hold, we are longing. Simple. And if the market does not come here at all, and if it goes all the way somewhere here only and keeps moving here, why would we be interested in this market? We won't be interested at all, right? We don't have a supply to sell from, we don't have a demand to buy from. So this will be range bound or consolidation move. Market will not be knowing where to move. So we will be avoiding the market if we don't get the market somewhere here or somewhere here. If it gets here, gives a negative reaction, well and good. This will be in line with what we are discussing. If it goes above this, well and good, gives positive reaction, well and good. We will be taking the market all the way higher. If you like the analysis, make sure to like the video, subscribe the channel for more such educational content. Thank you so much for watching. We'll meet in the next educational video.